What we're taking a look at here today is the Roxy Syncro 4.3 and 3.2. And the two that we carry are actually glued and blind stitched. And what that means is that the two pieces of neoprene are first glued together multiple times, and then they're blind stitched. And a blind stitch doesn't actually penetrate the neoprene. It actually goes halfway down, and that way there aren't little pinholes, so that when the wetsuit stretches, water doesn't go through. So when you have a GBS, or glued and blind stitched wetsuit, it's a sealed seam. So R3.2 and 4.3 in the Roxy Syncro, in this model, are both glued and blind stitched. So look for that. This wetsuit is actually made out of 100% hyper stretch neoprene, and this is a sample of the neoprene. And this will give you an idea of how much stretch and give is in this particular wetsuit. You're looking at least about 50 to 60% stretch in the neoprene. So that Hyper Stretch 2 neoprene is the entire suit except for this chest panel, and this is actually called Vapor Stretch Mesh. And what it actually does is it's wind resistant in your core, and it's also repels water, so water hits it and just drips it off, and it keeps you warmer. And you'll see the two back panels also of the Vapor Stretch. The rest of the material, again, is the Hyper Stretch 2 neoprene. One of the great features of the Roxy Syncro this year is the Next Glide Skin Seal, which is a nice upgrade. Glide Skin actually makes a seal between your skin and this type of neoprene so that water doesn't continue to flush in and out of the wetsuit. The less flushes you get with water coming in and out of your wetsuit, the warmer you'll stay, because your body heats up that initial bit of water that's in the suit. And as long as you don't keep exchanging it, you'll stay nice and warm. I want to give you an idea of the stretch within the wetsuit here so that you can also see how gummy this wetsuit is. So it's really great. There aren't any seams, seamless paddle zones, so you can really stretch out in whatever sport that you're doing. I'm going to go ahead and turn the wetsuit over here. A great feature update this year is what's called the Hydroshield. If I open the back here, we'll take a look. And this is what we call the Hydroshield. And what this new Hydroshield piece of neoprene, it's very thin and flexible, does is it actually prevents water from giving you a cold flush in your back if it happens to penetrate through the zipper. If you look down here, it's hard to see, but there's a little pinhole. And if any water happens to get in the zipper, when it's all zipped up, it'll actually drain out of this pinhole. So it's really great. Another exceptional feature this year is what Roxy's calling the HFT heating system. And that's a fancy acronym for this orange piece of material here on the back of the chest. This HFT system wicks away water from your body, and it keeps you warmer. So that's what that orange color material is. One of the other great things that you'll see in the Roxy Syncro, which is just really fantastic from a construction, is that any critical seams you'll see spot taping, and you'll also see down in the suit here, in the low back, in all the areas that have major stress points, there's extra reinforcement. So this is by far one of our most popular selling wetsuits. It's got some great new features this year. It's got a lot of features that more high-end suits carry, and you're getting it for an incredible price. The other couple things I want to show you is some new graphic details along the lower leg, which are really beautiful. Roxy also has a external key pocket here that you can put your key, and it actually has a key loop here. So you can loop your key and stick it inside here, outside your leg, for your car or your house key. And again, you'll see more of those great graphics along the wrist. You'll see, again, that amazing construction of the taping along the seams of the wrist so you don't get any rash along your wrist from rubbing up against threads, which is fantastic. One more thing I want to point out to you is this adjustable collar here. So so you can adjust the color. You've got a lot of give. It's a super wetsuit. It's got a great little convenient zipper here, so you can pull it down your back. We happen to carry this beautiful colorway, and we also carry a dark black and charcoal underneath the arms in this particular wetsuit. So worthy of checking out, really beautiful, super stretchy, minimal seamless design, and a total winner, the Roxy Syncro.